because it's going to be, I'm going to do a general overview, and then I'm going to go into specifics with everybody's sort of kind of the questions that they have and stuff like that. And so it's because I have a Mac, and I have some issues when I put it on my flash drive to bring it over to a PC. So I figured
I'm going to give you a brief introduction, and then it's all yours. So then you guide it from there. You let me know when you want to, and I'll look for questions. So if I see a question coming and I hear a break in your action, and if it's pertinent to do it then, I will ask you then. Otherwise, I will just save them to the end.
Okay, so the general format that I wanted to do is I wanted to go over the coverage of like how Medicare works, and then.
Now, most of these people will already be on Medicare of some sort.
So then.
But specifically the Advantage plan, we want to focus on that.
That's all I'm going to be covering, and so here's the, because there's different case in point. I have a client that takes medication that is only offered on one plan, that's not offered on another plan, that's relevant to, actually was
So you can just tell her.
How, I'm not live on Facebook.
I've got the right feed on
What-
this. What do you mean, recording? Touchscreen?
Yeah, touch.
Refresh it. This is iPhone people.
Yeah. But I did just refresh it.
Um,
Do you have to go to post?
yes, yes, put it.
Oh, here we go.
Can you push up your volume?
Oh, sure.
Sure.
I thought maybe it would
Because
interfere with the
I hear
other.
like, now what is that? So you, this is where you are.
Go ahead. Once I get the like the okay, the signal, I'll start speaking.
Give me like 5 seconds, 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Just to press the record and then you can start.
Okay.
Make it 20 seconds.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Patty, and I lead the Optics is a ministry that is for those who are interested in anything that might be themselves or their. Today we have a special guest, like Jacob Moss. Jacob is going to specifically talk today about Medicare Advantage, which have tremendous benefits that many of you may not know about. And if you have a Medicare Advantage program, it's very interesting. Thank you for joining us online, and if you're watching on our Facebook page and you have questions or comments, please feel free to send in the comment box, and we'll address those questions. With that, I'd like to introduce Jacob.
Thank you so much, Patty. And I just want to say New Song and Optics Senior Ministry for inviting me to have this opportunity to speak to you guys about Medicare Advantage plans. Just a little bit about myself. I used to be a nurse before I got into the Medicare field. I've been into this field for about 4 years now, and I have a company called Compass Healthcare Solutions. So I represent all of the plans here in Clark County and Nevada, meaning I'm a broker and I focus on 3 main things: the individual's dollars, the individual drugs, and the individual's doctors. Because if I can hit those 3 things, my clients are happy and a lot of their needs get met. So a few things about Medicare Advantage plans is that once you turn 65 or you retire and join Medicare, the government thinks that your eyes, ears, and teeth are no longer part of your body. So original Medicare does not have any of those benefits. And that's one of the advantages of having a Medicare Advantage plan, is because they have dental benefits, vision benefits, and hearing benefits, along with another host of other things like transportation, over-the-counter medication services that I'll be going into. But first things first, you guys have done a really amazing thing just by living in Clark County. The Medicare Advantage plans here are second to none and rivaled only by some Medicare Advantage plans in Florida. Now, the reason why that is because we have a large, healthy senior population. And by having a large, healthy senior population, we have a lot of people that are moving from different parts of the country to Vegas to retire, also to be closer to family. And this gives us this large, healthy senior population and allows the benefits and the Medicare Advantage plans here in Clark County to be more robust. Now, a Medicare Advantage plan is written for the area that the individual lives in. So if you have a Medicare Advantage plan here, it wouldn't work in San Diego. It'd be specifically written for Clark County. All of the plans that I'll be speaking about, or the benefits that I'll be answering questions on, are specifically for Las Vegas. That doesn't mean that if you were to travel and visit grandkids, family, friends, and there was an emergency, you do have that kind of coverage. But the everyday going to meet a primary care doctor, things like that, is all here in Clark County. So I want to talk about dental, because that is a big area of concern, and people want dental. There are plans out here in Clark County that offer $1,000 a year for dental. Now, that is a great amount because there's one plan that does that with no co-insurance, and then there's another plan that offers $2,000, but it's co-insurance. So they would pay 30% of a procedure, you'd pay 70 for the 2,000. For the $1,000, it's straight $1,000. If you need a cap, a crown, bridge, root canal, anything like that, it's $1,000 straight, where they would pay for it, and then anything else, it would be left to you. The second is vision. Now, vision, how that works is the eye exam is free, and if you have any, like you need new glasses, they give you, it's a reimbursement program. One plan has the reimbursement of $200 every 2 years. The other plans have $130 for every year. So if you have any like glasses, the eye exam is free, and then you pay for the glasses, send them the check and the receipt, and then they mail you back how much you paid for those particular glasses. Hearing is, what's really nice about this is hearing and some of the other things that we'll be speaking about will apply to your max out of pocket. Now, the max out of pocket is the most that you would pay for an individual plan in a calendar year if, let's say, the wheels fall off the bus. But just so you know, the average Medicare client only spends $700 a year on services. So it's just an extra barrier of safety and protection there for you. But hearing, you have to, like, they can start anywhere from $375 and go up to $2,100, just depending on the type of hearing aid you get and the ability that it does, what it does. There's also some things that are really nice. It's called Silver Sneakers and Renew Active. Now, these are memberships to gym. And Silver Sneaker, for example, there are over 73 different locations here in Clark County alone that you can have memberships to. And it's not specifically you join one club and you can only join that club. You can join multiple clubs. Like, let's say, for example, you have a friend that really enjoys a class at Club A, and it's on Tuesday nights. You go with that friend to Gym A and do that class. And then there's another club closer to your house that does something that you really enjoy. Some kind of exercise activity, whether it's a dance class or a cycling class or a Zumba class, something to that effect that really gets your heart moving and works up a nice sweat to keep you active. You are able with Silver Sneakers to have more than one membership to these places, and it's all paid for. Because this is what's considered an ancillary benefit, and what's really nice about it is that we know that the healthier we are, the less problems we have, and the happier we are too. Okay, so there's also plans that are specifically written to help people who have diabetes, lung and heart issues. So if you have one of these things, you might want to ask some questions, just for the fact that these plans are written to help with like the medication side, and to also help with like doctors and transportation and things like that. Because one thing that's really nice is Medicare is the plans are really tailored to the individual. So I have a few couples that are my clients, and they're on 2 different plans just because their medical needs are so different. OTC, which just stands for over-the-counter drugs, they give you a cash allotment per quarter to spend on things that you would find in the pharmacy section at like Target or Walmart, things like vitamins, TED stockings, which are anti-embolism stockings, that squeeze your calves and your legs really tight to help with blood clots. Those toothbrush, toothpaste, anything that you could, like pill containers for like weekly your medicines, anything that you can think of that you would find in a pharmacy counter or section of like Walmart or Target, they have them, and they give you the money per quarter, and then that way it just gets sent to your house. You fill out the form online, or you can mail it in, and then you don't ever have to leave your house, which is really nice because it'll be delivered straight to your home. Another thing that the plans have is called rides or transportation, and just depending on what plan you have, it depends on how many rides that are available to you. Most of them are 24 one-way trips, meaning you have 12 round trips, and they're to approved locations like doctor's offices or picking up prescriptions. And you just have to call 3 days ahead to make the appointment. And this makes it really, really nice if you're not able to drive yourself, or you're having a procedure and you're not able to drive back, that you can have the transportation end of it taken care of. So that's one less worry off of your plate. Also, there's one plan that has what is called the PERS. It's the Personal Emergency Response System. So it's basically a monitor that comes either in like a necklace or a bracelet. And what it is it's the help I've fallen and I can't get up, like medical alert thing. They pay for that. They give you your choice of the necklace or of the bracelet, and they pay for that with your plan. So, and you can help set it up so that way if you, it's a great resource. I have a few of my clients that really do enjoy that a lot. Also, there's specialized medications. Just depending on what medications you are on and what doctors you have, a plan might be better. So if you're paying a little bit too much for medication, that would be a good reason to see if there's a better plan out there for you. Because every year from October 15th, excuse me, to December 7th is what is called AEP, or the annual enrollment period. And what that does is that allows everybody in Medicare the ability to sign up for a new plan, because there's special election periods that you have throughout the year. But this one allows everybody to sign up for a new plan, because new plans come out and new benefits come out, and sometimes they're drastically overhauled and great benefits. Other times they're just kind of tweaked a little bit. And they all start January 1st. So that's something to look forward to make sure that you're maximizing your Medicare Advantage plan and getting all the benefits that you are entitled to. So max out of pockets is, like I was speaking of before, the lowest max out of pocket we have here in the Valley is $999, less than $1,000, which is pretty awesome. And what that is that in one calendar year, if you were to reach that, if you were to have like a hospital stay or a surgery or anything that is quite expensive, the most that you would ever pay would be that max out of pocket. And then the rest of the services for that calendar year would be taken care of by the insurance company. So that is a great thing because it caps it, because original Medicare, you pay 20% for Part B and there's no max out of pocket. And that causes like medical bankruptcy and ruins people. So it's really nice to have these lowered max out of pockets to help people on incomes that aren't robust. Also, there's preferred pharmacies and standard pharmacies on your list, on your Medicare Advantage plans. And what that does is that allows you a preferred pharmacy with a provider. It just means there's a few of them, but it just means that you're going to get your medication or your prescriptions at the lowest possible amount. If you go to a standard pharmacy or an out-of-network pharmacy, you could still get your medication. It would just be more expensive than not. There's also plans that have telemedicine and teledoctors where you can, like telehealth, where you can just call in and talk to a nurse line 24/7 if you have an ailment or like a scratch in your throat and you're not able to make it to a primary care doctor, which is really, really nice in times like this. There's also the ability to have your prescriptions mailed to your home. That's an easy thing to do to set up. and have those prescriptions mailed directly to your home. They'll be on autofill, and so it's one less thing that you have to worry about or run about doing. You can get those taken care of. And then there's special election periods. You just can't. Medicare has been set up so not everybody can just get plans and change plans all the time. There's special periods throughout the year and special qualifying events that an individual must reach in order to get a new plan. AEP, which I spoke about earlier, which is the annual enrollment period, which goes from October 15th to December 7th, is the time where anybody can change a plan. But then if you wanted to change a plan in any time that's not AEP, you have to qualify for a special election period, or SEP, and that's something that I can help with. Like just visiting with you, I can see if you can qualify for an SEP. So if there's any questions right now, I will be more than happy to answer them.
Yes, Jacob, we do have some questions. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great, thank you.
Great. One question came in that says, with regard to the gyms, and in fact, I think this question covers other things too. Do you actually call the gyms to get into that program, or do you call the Medicare Advantage insurance program, or who do you call to get set up?
Okay. So SilverScripts comes, do we know what plan the individual is talking about? And I can tell them right there?
No, it didn't say, but in general, is there sort of a hotline number, or do you call the individual?
Okay, so what it is if you have a particular plan and SilverScripts is on there, you can call the gym and say, hey, I'm a part of SilverScripts, but we have to get you the SilverScripts card first, and so we'd have to talk to your plan to make sure that you get the SilverScripts card, and it should have come in your welcome packet when you first signed up for the plan. If it didn't, or you lost it or anything like that, that's an easy fix. We can get a card for you, and then that allows you to go to whichever gym that you want to, and multiple gyms. We have like 73 locations throughout the Clark County Valley, and so it makes it really nice. So you can go to a gym with your friend, go to a gym by yourself, and have that social aspect, and also the ability to just have fun and live life fully.
And that sounds like it's a different card from your standard Medicare Advantage card, correct?
Correct. It has sneakers up on the top. They're like blue and gray. It's silver sneakers. Renew Active is another card. So these would be separate cards than your straight card that you get when you go see a doctor. Oh, also another thing, a lot of the plans now that have just been released have a $0 copay for primary care providers and specialists. So if your plan does not have those, that's something to look at, and that's another way that you can tell if you have an older plan. Okay.
Okay. I do have another question here regarding the PERS, the RIDE program that you were talking about. Who is it that's actually doing the rides?
Okay.
I think
So
I'm going to read between the lines and guess this is a safety type question about, are they masked and things like that?
absolutely. So PERS is that's the personal emergency response system. That's the necklace. The transportation is done by a company called National Med Trans, and they contract out with Lyft. So it's a Lyft driver.
Okay. And so then they would follow the Lyft protocols as far as safety is concerned?
Yes. And if you need to make an appointment, you just call the National Med Trans line and set up an appointment 3 days in advance. And then they will either, depending on how long your appointment is, they possibly could stay with you, or you would have, let's say you get dropped off at 12 o'clock and get picked up at 2 o'clock. You'd have another driver take you to and then from your location.
Okay. And then let's see, what was this next one? This is regarding the PERS program. Could you tell me what that stands for again?
It's PERS, the Personal Emergency Response System.
Okay. And the question on that is there a subscription fee then afterwards, or do you just purchase the necklace?
No, You don't,
Or is it all included?
yeah, I got excited, so I apologize. I cut you off, Patty. No, if you have this particular plan, which it's the AARP United Healthcare Walgreens Plan 1, this is one of the benefits that come with it. You get to choose whether you want a necklace or a bracelet of the device, and then there's no subscription fee, there's no setup fee. It is included and paid for through your plan as long as you have that plan. And your plan, and this goes for all Medicare Advantage plans, your plan is what you have until you sign a different one. So you will have those benefits until you have a different one, or the company says, hey, we're phasing out this plan. It's better if you choose a more robust plan. But you have to physically choose to have your plan changed. So.
Okay, those were the questions that I had from the chat. I've got a question though, Jacob. If somebody had questions afterwards, would you mind providing your information so that they could reach out to you and ask a question after the presentation?
Absolutely. So again, my name is Jacob Mosseth. My phone number is 702-850-6824. That is my direct line to me, and I work all of the time. And so there isn't a bad time to give me a call. I also brought cards. So if we can send those out to you and whatever.
Leave that with me, Jacob, and through our optics senior program, we can distribute those.
And then also I do have a website where if you want to get on, and I have a Facebook page too that I'm starting up, so questions can be answered and asked that way as well. And so I'll leave all.
Make sure that I get that information out to through the New Song newsletter, the New Song Facebook page, and all sorts of other options that we have for communicating.
Awesome.
I don't see any additional questions, Jacob, so I want to thank you very much for enlightening us on this program, and I hope that you come back to talk about another Medicare program again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You. Bye.